Welcome back, trainers, and let's take a look at what Niantic has done this time. Now, this could easily be the biggest mess up in Pokemon Go, other than GoFest. Alright? So, I'm not going to go over this at all, really. I'm just going to tell you what happened. So, all this information, right? So, basically, in a nutshell, what happened was, if you haven't already read it, they were implementing new changes to the EX system. Oh yeah, they go on to say if you have gold in the gym, or if you raid a lot that week, or all that jazz that they keep on spewing out, that you're gonna get an EX pass. The same stuff they keep on saying over and over and over, and it doesn't happen. Now it might happen now. Now that they implemented their new things, but at the cost of a ton of people getting an EX pass to places that they had visited several months on vacation. I'm talking like 4, 5, 6, even maybe 7 months ago, and are getting passes for places that they cannot go back to. All right. So with that said, yeah. So basically what happened was they tried to implement some new things into the system for the EX pass, and they're claiming they did, but in the process and at the cost of everybody getting all these random passes. So apparently they go on to say that the system is going to work better. I don't know. It's there's the boy who cried wolf. I feel like that's Niantic, except for with their system and all what they keep saying. There comes a point where everybody's just like gonna just say, you know what, I don't even care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Not to the point where I don't care about the game, but we don't care about what you're saying. Oh, you say this is gonna happen and that's gonna happen, but you keep crying wolf. We don't see any changes. It's just same old lie and same old thing that we keep coming across. I don't know if you can call it a lie. It's more of just like misleading. So anyways, I'm not trying to be negative, I really don't try to be negative on this channel. I just have common sense. So anyways, yeah, they go on to say that they're going to be picking more people for these EX raids. So there's going to be bigger groups, people who raid more that week before the passes are handed out, and basically that, okay? Basically what they have been saying for the past whatever now, how long they've been telling us. So we appreciate the feedback. Okay, Niantic, I don't even know anymore. All right, anyways, let's go check out some gym battles. Okay, so now I'm going to talk a little bit about the gyms and giving yourself a challenge. Now, they're not so hard. I hear a lot of people saying they're too easy. Personally, me, and yes, they can be very simple. Now, the only time they're kind of difficult is when somebody's burying them. Now, the only problem I have with that versus the old gym way, with 10 Pokemon, and I'm going to take the old gym way, and I'm going to take one thing out of that, and that's going to be how you can stack up multiple of the same Pokemon, because I'm going to compare the old way to the new way, right? If we could have the old gym system with 10 unique Pokemon, I don't know if that's going to be the best idea, to be honest with you, because the spoofers, the botters, I think the system, the gym system we have now is solely because of that. That was I wouldn't necessarily say a quick fix, but it was a fix to somewhat prevent people from going around dropping and controlling whole cities with just a few accounts by stacking up Pokemon in gyms. Now, if you couldn't do the multiple Pokemon of one type, say, Blissey, like a 10-stack Blissey, with these people who go around and steal your gyms and all your city, right? I don't know. That's the only way they could fix it at this point, really, and keep the game running. They had to come up with an idea quick, because those bots were destroying the game horribly. Like, it was literally endgame almost. Not for a lot of people. Some people can still do it, but for most people, that was just impossible. There's no way. It was not fun. It was just not good. So if I could take something from the old system and bring it into this system, what would it be? Maybe 10 unique Pokemon? Decay. 10 Pokemon. Berry feed limit has to be much lower because there's no way, right? That's the only thing that's keeping you from taking down a gym quickly now is the berry thing. And it's not so much that it's difficult, it's just very time consuming. Now, if you want to give yourself a challenge, what this is mainly about on these new gyms, use weaker Pokemon like I'm doing right now. You can use even weaker Pokemon. I've been doing it. I've been doing that ever since the gyms came out. I use stronger Pokemon, I use weaker Pokemon. A lot of times I use Pokemon that CP is lower than the one that I'm fighting. I don't do that so much anymore because I feel like the raid bosses are more of my challenge and I just get the gyms over with. And a lot of times, this as well, I'm too nervous about the gyms being fed to do small amounts of damage. So I want to, rip down this gym as quick as possible before the people notice and start burying it up. So I find myself picking stronger Pokemon. So there is that option for you to pick weaker Pokemon and try to beat it like that. I mean, it's giving yourself a challenge. Yeah, so I think that's going to about wrap it up. Basically, you're just going to want to go up against the gym with weaker Pokemon, like I've been doing in this video. It takes more time, but if you're out for that much more of a challenge, then go for it. I recommend using Pokemon that you think you're barely going to be able to do it with, just to give yourself that much more of a rush. But the only downfall to this is that the Pokemon that you're attacking are going to, it's just going to take longer than the people who have the Pokemon in there are going to get notifications, and then they're going to bury the gym. So that's the only downfall of using weaker Pokemon, is it takes longer, people inside get notified and bury it up before it's down. So that's why I find myself using stronger Pokemon. Alrighty, with all that said, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. And as far as all the EX passes that went out to the people who received them for spinning a stop, if you are one of the lucky people who have the gym within your range and are actually able to get to that EX raid, I'm pretty sure Niantic is keeping all those passes out to the people who received them. But then again, you might have to look in further and even contact them through Niantic support. But I don't know. I would assume they're just a normal pass, and it's going to go through like always. So with that said, thank you for watching, and I will be catching you all later.